Well, I didn't have the camera on. I was casting to these shallow rocks out from a creek mouth there, and I spit my tail off, but that'd be life. Probably a legal fish you'll probably do for my dinner. Whoa, not too bad a barra. Beautiful fish. Get a measurement on him. Well, he's thrown that lure. This silvery salty barra is just over 68, he's about 69 centimetres. So we can keep him. He ate this little cast soft plastic minnow or shad, bitten the tail off it, and I'm casting into oyster covered rocks just outside the mouth of a creek. So beautiful salty fish, went really well, ate it, no mucking around, and that's a perfect eating size fish for me, so absolutely lovely. Good start to the trip, only a week or so in, and yeah, nice bazza. I'm sure there's bigger ones in there. I'll keep plugging away. That it's a strange colour, purple, white, but when it swims it looks like a little diamond scaled mullet in the water. So yeah, there's a lot of them up here, and barra love them. I'll dispatch this fella, lead him, get him on ice, and keep fishing. Sadly I didn't have the camera rolling, set up and rolling. Get that fish's hook up and jumps. Pretty strong little fish for a 59, 60. Move up into here, quite shallow water, we're only in a metre of water here. Right up where I hooked him, they'd be lucky to be a metre of water, maybe half a metre of water. Tide slowly coming out, and mullet and bait fish are coming out from all the rocks up in there. Do a spot lock around here and had a few more casts. Gee, they make a difference, bow mount electrics. When I first travelled Australia there was nothing like that. There was no GPSs for my first trip. Second trip we had a very basic GPS, no plotter, just coordinates. But these bow mounts, you can just position yourself wherever you want and work an area thoroughly. It'll compensate for wind, current, the whole lot. I'll hit spot lock there, and it'll just hold me in this position. At the top of some oyster rocks there, that's why I kept the rod tip up high. I can see the mullet flicking around as the tide recedes and forces the mullet out through all these little channels in the rocks. Valley, I guess. That's what it is. Going around the rocks, hunting a bit of food. Little fella, steady up, steady up. You talking to me? Okay. I'll let you go. Old mate's talking to me. There you go. Just to give you a bit of entertainment. Good boy. Believe it. Throwing a plastic round. I've got a half decent greying mackerel here. Gonna bite me off any second now. There he is. What the hell? Believe it, throwing a plastic round for. Whoa! Must have wanted his tail, had him shark or something. Yeah, well. That's pretty cool on a plastic. Plastics. Oh no, it's still in there. Just hooked him in the corner of the mouth. Not a bad grey mackerel at all. Nice eating too. I'll take him home and put him in the fridge. Dry this lure. Make it dive deep while holding it down. Missed bommies, shallow bommies by holding it up. Just pulled out a beautiful fish. Alright, we'll go again. 4 metres. Shallow. Get a bit of a speed up sometimes. Tight fish, just bumping the bottom there. 4.4 metres. Not sure whether that was a fish or 0.5 metres now. Oh, big shallow bommy there. Better be careful of that. Might look at that when I'm careful. Behind it here. Back down 5 metres. Always disappointing pulling out of a good fish. Might put some fish in there. That was a fish, I'd say. That did then. It's in 6-7 metres. Oh. Come on. 7 metres. Just tweaking inside and outside that depth. This lure's running. Playing between 8 metres and let's say 3.5 metres. Holding it up for 3.5 and down for 8. 6.6 metres. But these bommies just come out of nowhere. I can see one with the polarised glasses just up ahead there. It's 4.6. She got walloped before. Here we go up along here. 3.5 metres. Holding line up high. See that bommy. Remember that lure's 30-40 metres beyond the coast. Close to clearing that, just bumped across the top of that bommy then, but that's off when you'll get a fish. Then I'll bring it down the other side. Okay. Oh, there's some queenfish or tuna working out. I might have a crack at them. Beautiful. Another coral trout. Trolling heavy gear here in close to the reef. Just a fringing reef on this island with some deep diving minnows. Just trying to get feed. This is the second coral trout of this size. Absolutely beautiful fish and pretty to look at and really pretty to eat. So I'll keep plugging away here. They're not big trout, but they're beautiful plate-sized trout. No chance of any ciguatera. This one will be 60, 62. I'll unhook him and brain spike concluding. Put him on ice straight away. Best chewing for the next few days that I'm going to have, that I've had for a while. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Really good reason why you shouldn't troll one of the rods without a pipeline grip all the way through. I had in the rod holder and was trolling and got a pretty heavy take on this lure. We snapped the putt section off. That's it there. Lucky we didn't lose the reel. I've just started using the skeleton type blanks. With all blank from the reel seat there through the rod butt. I really like them, but they're no good for this. Queenie or a GT. Let's say. Not that Queenie. There he is. Nice Queenie. Very nice Queenie. Oh well, one dead rod, but anyway, we got the reel and everything. I won't be trolling those rods again. We just got limited tackle. Woo! But say this is a cod by the way it's going. Yeah. Hit the lure. Look at its mouth. Let's pull a bucket up. Hey, little fella. A little coral cod. Really pretty fish. Big eyes for its belly. Have a look how pretty these are. Really pretty little fish. We'll just let him go. There, bud. These Whitsunday Islands are just amazing. I've been in love with them since I first came here back in the mid-80s. I've fished them many times. I haven't fished up this end a lot. This is the northern end of the Whitsundays. And look at this beautiful rocky escarpment. All the islands have their own character and charm. They're all so different. This one's very rocky on this exposed side. Fished around here and just caught a few fish this morning. So you go a little bit further afield. Bit of a southeasterly blowing here. So I'm going to stay tucked in behind the islands until this weather gets significantly better. Have a look over here. You can see right off in the background there. That's Gloucester Island. Big island. Huge tall peaks. Just spectacular. Very, very heavily timbered. Whoa, there's tuna going wild out here. Maybe I'll go and have a cast at those. Yeah, so we'll go over there in the lee of Gloucester and have a bit of a look. One more troll round here and we'll go from there. But yeah, just nice to be back in the Whitsundays, cruising around the boat. Weather's about to come good for a bunch of days, so I'm onto it. We'll shoot over to Gloucester. I think these are all little smallmouth nanny guy, I'm not sure. What that fella is. Most definitely. That's a smallmouth nanny guy, really pretty fish. Not big enough though, I don't think. I'll just have a look, they've got to be over 40. Well, they're going to be over. Yeah, they're going to be over 40. That one's not big enough. We'll let him go. No, bud. We'll just keep plugging away to see if we can get a some legal sized fish. Nice red, deep water eating fish. Certainly plenty of fish showing up right down on that broken up wreck of a ship. Some bigger fish up high too. They're the mackerel, I think, that I was catching before on the bigger jigs. And bit me off a number of times, lost some lures. Can we get a better fish this time? Possibly. We'll see. Come on. Get me and Danny over 40. For dinner. A little bit wider, the fish probably a bit bigger, but it feels a little bit better. Let's see. See how we go. This one's a largemouth, Danny got. Not a smallmouth. That looks like it might be big enough. I'll measure him, but have a look at that. So that's a largemouth. Now they look quite similar to smallmouth, different mouth. And the smallmouth are a lot brighter orange. I think you'll find these are a little bit lighter orange. Let's get a size. Well, only swim bladder there, so he's not going to release very well anyway. That fish is 43 centimetres, and it tells me here, I'm not a Queenslander, but it tells me here that smallmouth, largemouth bennegai are 40. So we have a legal fish. I will go and bleed him. Use it. Okay, a smallmouth nanny this time. You see they're a slightly deeper orange. Goldfish. So let's hook it up. Deeper orange in the large mouth and a significantly smaller mouth. Just get a measurement on that. I might go legal. 38. There you go. Still redfish. They still count. Got to try and sort the legal ones out from the little fellas. We'll keep going. Hopefully not a shark. I had a reasonable sized slab of fish on here. Don't think it's a shark. That's all right. Black Jew. Oh no, bud. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, you're grunting at me. That's a nice little black jewfish. A little bit different to our southern mulloway. Reckon he's legal. I'll double check. Very nice. Very nice. He'll go very dark when he dies, when I bleed him. A bit more grunting than our southern mulloway. Well done. I was hoping you'd go off. Sitting there, berserker jig, a slab of fish on it. Double check this fella's size. No, black jewfish are 75 centimetres. Just double checking on the sticky here. 75 centimetres. I don't think he's big enough. Back he goes. 5 more centimetres. We'll have another drop there and see what we can do. Double header. That little nanny's no good, but the trout's a ripper. Little smallmouth nanny. He'll go back. Look at this trouty. Bar cheek trout. Have a look at this fella. Beautiful bar cheek. Such a pretty fish. Really, really nice. Well and truly legal. And I'm home for dinner. Save you for Trish when the boss comes up. Small fella, not big enough for you. Then go. Go on. Here we go. Oh, come on. So it's another largemouth. I've only got one offside this morning. I don't know how many of them. Good fact. I don't think he'll be quite there either. Good just great in. We'll see. Such a pretty fish. Very, very special. All these redfish are wonderful. Something wonderful about it. And they're virtually all competing too. How big are you? 38 centimetres, 2 centimetres under legal. See you, bud. Too smallmouth. I wonder if that smallmouth will be big enough to pick. Give a measure. Yeah, he's big enough to keep that one. It's just over 40 and a half, and they're supposed to be 40. I'd like to compare them on the table to a largemouth. So I've got a largemouth nanny there, it's legal. We'll take this legal smallmouth and we'll compare them. I'll get this little fella back. See you, bud. Righto, go on dispatch, brain spike and lead straight on ice. Heavy bait. Trying a deep diving lure. Runs to about 8 metres in about 10 metres of water. And we'll find out what we've got. It's 13 metres now. It's getting itself around the bottom here. It has. See if I can get it out. Just feel the bottom there. Guessing it's a trout. That's all I can think of. Could be a trailing. Get a few head shakes. Trying Holborn Island. Really isolated island. Northern end of the Whitsunday Island. Whoa. Oh, no. Horrible sounds, it must have been wrapped. See colour now. I know what happened. That's the bump I felt. Bloody violers. Alright. Feed the sharks. Bloody hell. Nice cave in that point of that island there. Big cave, looks like it goes right through. Hole in the wall. It does, I think, yeah. Turn you around. Goes right through the other side, that hole in the wall. Wow, that's cool. See how pretty it looks up here in the lee of the island. Beautiful beach. Oh wow. That's just gorgeous. How beautiful is this? Holborn Island. It's Easter weekend and there's nobody out here. Got it all to myself. Just amazing.